remember the Argonne, 1918. The sounds of that battle still haunt me to this day. Machine gun fire from enemy lines. The sickening sound of a bayonet tearing through human flesh. A soldier next to me firing his sidearm in desperation. All these sounds still echo in my mind, and as conducted by Death himself, it all comes together as music. A rhythm of death. A symphony of war.
O gather round me, comrades, and listen while I weep, of a war, where hell is 6 feet deep. Along the shore the cannons roar, oh how can a soldier sleep? The going's slow on Anzio, and hell is 6 feet deep. Praise be to God for this captured sod, that's rich where blood does seep, with yours and mine like butchered swine, and hell is 6 feet deep. That death does wait, there's no debate, no triumph shall we reap, the crosses grow on Anzio, where hell is 6 feet deep.
Do you see them? Daddy says suddenly. Sandra's grip on the wheel is already white-knuckled. See who? The children. He points to the school bus stop ahead of us on the right. 7 kids are waiting by a row of mailboxes. The school bus is behind us in the growing line of traffic. I see them, Jeff, Sandra snaps. I'm sorry about before, but I'm watching the road. Don't throw them anything, Daddy yells. Don't throw that candy! He bats at me in the back seat, then whacks Sandra's arm. Run! He screams out the window. Get away! He claws at the door looking for the handle. The kids I ride to school with every day, including Lacey, the girl from my math class, run a few yards, then stop and look back, and start to laugh. Daddy, stop! I grab for his collar. Jeffy is screaming, and Sandra pulls over to the side of the road near a pair of garbage cans. Are you crazy, soldier? Daddy shouts. All the veins in his neck are showing, and his face is red. You're gonna get us killed! He jerks away from me, opens his door, and rolls out of the car. He tries to get up and run on his stump in one leg, but pitches over and tumbles into the ditch at the side of the road. Run! He screams at the children. They do. Drivers who had been honking at us slow down, then stop to watch this one-legged man crawl his way through the shrubbery. Sandra puts her head against her hands on the steering wheel. I'll get him, I tell her, and start to crawl past Jeffy so that I'm not getting out into the traffic. The kids begin to seep back toward the bus stop. They point at my dad and laugh. An old Ford pickup pulls up and parks in front of us. A big, bald man with a long gray ponytail gets out. He reminds me of pictures of my grandfather. There's a small, tattered American flag attached to his antenna and a faded Support Our Troops yellow ribbon on his tailgate. He starts after my father before I can squeeze past Jeffy and out the door. Daddy is on his belly, pulling himself under a fence with his elbows. Soldier! The man shouts. Return to your unit! Daddy stops. He's on one knee in his stump. He rolls himself over and sits up. I grab his crutches and follow the man around the end of the fence. I can tell that Daddy's mind is coming back to us. He looks up. Tears roll down his cheeks. They're all dead, sir. The man kneels, puts his hands on in my father's armpits, and lifts him to stand on his one leg. I hand him the crutches. I'm sorry, son, the man says. Was it an IED? Yes, sir, Daddy says. We were throwing candy to those kids when the trash can blew. Killed 'em all. Bill and Moss, Shorty, the children. Well, you're home now, soldier, and your family is waiting for you right over there. And I bet this here's your daughter. He puts a hand on my shoulder. Hi, Daddy. I hug him. Hi, Hannah Banana, he whispers. I look at the man through a blur of tears. Thank you. This boy needs help, you hear me? Yes, sir. He's got PTSD. Know what that is? We're walking back to the car with Dad. No, sir. Post-traumatic stress disorder. He's reliving all the crap that happened to him over there, and he needs help coping with it. You tell your mama to call the VA today. You hear?" I nod and look at Daddy. The man helps him into the car, then steps back and salutes my father. "Thank you for your sacrifice, son."
With every generation. For some reason, it just keeps getting worse. I'll give you an example of that. There's a condition in combat, most people know about it. It's when a fighting person's nervous system has been stressed to its absolute peak and maximum, can't take any more input. The nervous system has either snapped or is about to snap. In the First World War, that condition was called shell shock. Simple, honest, direct language, 2 syllables, shell shock. Almost sounds like the guns themselves. That was 70 years ago. Then a whole generation went by, and the Second World War came along, and the very same combat condition was called battle fatigue. 4 syllables now, takes a little longer to say, doesn't seem to hurt as much. Fatigue is a nicer word than shock. Shell shock, battle fatigue. Then we had the war in Korea, 1950. Madison Avenue was riding high by that time, and the very same combat condition was called operational exhaustion. Hey, we're up to 8 syllables now. And the humanity has been squeezed completely out of the phrase. It's totally sterile now. Operational exhaustion. Sounds like something that might happen to your car. Then, of course, came the war in Vietnam, which has only been over for about 16 or 17 years. And thanks to the lies and deceit surrounding that war, I guess it's no surprise that the very same condition was called post-traumatic stress disorder. Still 8 syllables, but we've added a hyphen. And the pain is completely buried under jargon. Post-traumatic stress disorder. I'll bet you if we'd have still been calling it shell shock, some of those Vietnam veterans might have gotten the attention they needed at the time. I'll bet you that.
Put your hands up open wide. Put your hands up side by side. Age don't matter, like race don't matter, like place don't matter, like what's inside. Let the kick drum kick one time. Breathe out, let your mind unwind. Eyes on the ceiling, looking for the feeling. Wide open, let your own eyes shine. Yeah, it's where the fight begins. Yeah, underneath the skin. Beneath these hopes and where we've been. Every fight comes from the fight within. I am the war inside. I am the battle line. I am the rising tide. I am the war I fight. Eyes open, open wide. I can feel like a crack in my spine. I can feel like the back of my mind. I am the war inside. I get the feeling that we're living in sci-fi. I get the feeling that our weapons are lo-fi. Ain't no killer like pride, no killer like I, no killer like what's inside. Yeah, it's in the air we breathe. Yeah, it's in the blood we bleed. Beneath these dreams and what we see, we are the kids of the in-between. I am the war inside. I am the battle line. I am the rising tide. I am the war I fight. Eyes open, open wide. I can feel like a crack in my spine. I can feel like the back of my mind. I am the war inside. 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 Put your hands up open wide. Put your hands up side by side. Age don't matter, like race don't matter, like place don't matter, like what's inside. Yeah, every thought